The most famous of the group that broke the German Enigma machine codes was Alan Turing. He was one of those people who seemed to be one step ahead of the rest of us in the fields of math and science. He and the team at Bletchley Park, a top-secret centre dedicated to code breaking during the war, helped turn the tide of the conflict by decrypting the Nazis' most difficult codes. Turing was born in 1912, the second of two brothers. As a young man, Turing was incredibly intelligent and athletically gifted. He rode his bike everywhere. He rode 60 miles to his boarding school on his first day, stuck far away by a train strike. He made it on time. The school didn't always recognise Turing's talents. He was almost stopped from taking the school certificate due to concerns that he would fail. While he excelled in science, his headmaster said, if he is to be solely a scientific specialist, he is wasting his time at public school. In 1928, Turing met a new classmate called Christopher Morcom. The two young men became very close friends. They would also explore intellectual problems in physics and maths together. They would be seen passing notes to each other during class. The two boys were very close, and at this time, Alan supposedly developed a crush on Christopher. Their friendship was not to last though, as in 1930, when Alan was 17 years old, Christopher died of tuberculosis. After his friend's death, Alan threw himself into trying to unravel the nature of consciousness and how it was linked to matter. This led Alan to think about the concept of the mind as a machine that could be recreated with mathematical logic. Turing attended King's College, Cambridge. He received a distinguished degree in 1934 and a fellowship of King's College in 1935. He attended Princeton University for a couple of years, returning to England just prior to the war. As war broke out in Europe in 1939, Turing went to work for the British cryptanalytic headquarters at Bletchley Park. The people at Bletchley Park worked 24 hours a day to break a variety of German codes and give the Allies prior knowledge of German intentions to be used on the battlefield, skies and oceans, and see inside the German Reich to try and understand the workings of the murderous regime. At Bletchley, Turing was known to be somewhat eccentric. He would ride to work in a gas mask to protect him from pollen. His bike had a bad chain, and instead of replacing it, he kept time in his head, counting out the pedal rotations it would take before it fell off, then repairing it before it did. He would also chain his mug to a radiator to avoid it getting taken by someone else. In Hut 8, Turing, who was always referred to as Prof, and his team elaborated upon the early computer designed by Poles working to break the German Enigma machine codes. With this work, and Turing's ability to see patterns and equations, the team in Hut 8 began to break additional German codes. Most famously, the U-boat codes, which ordered the German submarine fleet towards their victims and hunting grounds. As the war progressed and the ciphers became more complex, Turing and the team at Bletchley invented more complicated machines to rapidly decrypt the German communications. At its peak, Bletchley was decrypting 84,000 communications each month. After World War II, Winston Churchill called the submarine threat the only thing that really scared him during the war. Though many worked on this problem and others, without Alan Turing, the solution to the problem might have taken much longer, time which the Allies did not have, or may not have even happened at all. His work undoubtedly shortened the war and saved many lives. It also laid the groundwork for the technological age we live in today. For his work during the war, Turing was awarded the Order of the British Empire by the King. But this, like his work, remained secret for years.
Those who can imagine anything can create the impossible by remembering the famous codes of Alan Turing. I am Binita Naushad, convener of IT Club. A fabulous morning to all. Today, June 23rd, Turing Day. Did you know who was Turing? Alan Matthewson Turing was an English mathematician, logician, computer scientist, cryptanalyst, philosopher, and theoretical biologist. Turing, widely considered as the father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Now it's time for me to welcome you all the inaugural ceremony of IT Club. First off, let me invite our distinguished manager, Mr. R.M. Bashir. Welcome, sir. Next, I invite our beloved Principal Beena ma'am, teachers, my dear students, and dear parents. A hearty welcome to you all.
Good morning, one and all. Today, 23rd June Our IT club is observing Alan Turing Day. Alan Matheson Turing was an English mathematician, computer scientist, logician, cryptalistic, philosopher, and theoretical biologist. Turing was a highly influential in the development of theoretical computer science, providing a formalization of the concept of logarithm and computation with the Turing machine, which can be considered a model of general purpose of computer. He is widely considered to be father of theoretical computer science, and he is often referred to be as a Nobel Prize of Computing. Our IT club giving more importance our information technology for the necessary of that our society. In this occasion, I give more appreciation to that our making a video that giving the good message to our society. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Good morning all of you. Respected manager, dear teachers, above all the IT conveners and the members of the IT club, a grand welcome to all to this program. Today, we are celebrating the birthday of Alan Turing. We know the importance of computer nowadays. What all epidemic calamities reached in our country, all that time we are closely related to the IT medias. Our school, it provides very importance to IT medias because nowadays we see the last 2 years we are passing through the IT classes through the online, isn't it? Now we are very expert and again we are expecting the same classes. Even small children, even KG students, they also started WhatsApp classes, online videos and all. How easily they are handling. You see, so the life itself changed a lot by the advent of the ITs, isn't it? So I am not extending my words. Some other people also waiting for their time. So I am stopping my words by wishing a great and grand success to the IT club. Thank you all.
Respected teachers and my dear friends, I am Dilna Fatima from 10th A. Today I am standing before you to speak a few words on the topic importance of online learning.
What is e-learning? E-learning stands for electronic learning.
Yes, the most discussed and debated topic in the current situation. So let's go into the words in deep. Online learning, the very important, helpful and useful mode of learning at the present. But as we all know, it do have its disadvantages also. Online learning at the same time consists of its merits and demerits. And these are many and more. And some of these are going to be discussed in this speech. In this pandemic season, it's not practical to go to the school or colleges and attend the regular classes. To replace the situation, online learning is being introduced between the students. Online classes makes everything easy to the students. They don't have to travel, no need of spending too much money for transportation, no need to get tensed about the pandemic and more. But at the same time, it carries out many demerits also. Continuous usage of mobile phones damages children's health as well as their character. Children's ability for time management get loose. Their interaction with the surroundings get decreased. And the most big problem is all the students may not be able to follow the online classes and concepts and so on. As all other topics, this too have its own advantages and disadvantages. All I have to say about the online classes is this can never give the same effect and use of the normal classes. I am concluding my words. Thank you.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze.
അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ പുതിയ ചാനൽ തുടങ്ങിയൊക്കെ ആണ്. അപ്പൊ ചാനലിന്റെ പേര് ടീം ഡൈനാമിക് എന്നാണ്.
ഹായ് ഫ്രണ്ട്സ്, വെൽക്കം ബാക്ക് ടു മൈ ചാനൽ. അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും സേഫ് അല്ലേ? ഇന്ന് ഞാനിവിടെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത്?
ഹായ് ഫ്രണ്ട്സ്, നമ്മുടെ പുതിയ വീഡിയോയിലേക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ഇന്നത്തെ വീഡിയോ എന്താ വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മുടെ ഉമ്മാന്റെ വീട്ടിലത്തെ പ്രാവിന്റെ പാർട്ട് 2 ആയിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് നേരെ വീഡിയോയിലേക്ക് കിടക്കാം.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze, uhambe nami zungangishilana. Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze, uhambe nami zungangishilana.
Hi Shahriyan, it's been a year since we met together.
Yes, Aisha, this pandemic situation. Oh, I can't endure this.
How's your online classes?
It's on full swing. You know, Aisha, the use of internet changed our entire life.
Yes, nowadays internet has become most popular and influential medium in the world as the biggest source of information.
Computers and internets are there in most homes. But you know, Aisha, it has its own advantages and disadvantages.
Exactly. Shall we have a discussion on the advantages and disadvantages of internet?
Why not? It's the best source of information and entertainment. We can keep ourselves up to date. We can find latest trends and talk with specialists and professional assistants. Chat rooms are also available through the internet.
Internet is the source of newest news because there are thousands of groups and services which keeps us informed about the everything of the world. Everything is in our fingertip now.
Online shopping is becoming popular because of the virtual shops where we can buy anything without going out of home.
Groceries, clothes, households and other electronic items are available. We have to just click the mouse and the product will be at our doorsteps.
On the other side of the coin, there are some disadvantages too.
Yes, most people argue that spending a lot of time in internet causes obesity, eye diseases and depression.
If children are allowed to use the internet, it will be not much of the good. Because pornographies and unethical communities are those which will negatively affect our young generations.
Because of the hackers community, it is very easy to decipher other calls and messages.
Absolutely. So friends, it is up to us. We need to use the internet very carefully, only for the good.
We hope that you got it and don't forget that we are the promising hands of the world. Thank you.
Thank you.
A very warm and cherished morning to all. This is Mrs. Reshma from IT department. I would like to take this opportunity to record my heartfelt thanks to our manager, Mr. R.M. Bashir, for his logistic guidance and support for the IT department. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to our beloved principal, Mrs. Beena ma'am, for her inspiring thoughts. Next, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our IT convener, Mrs. Binida ma'am, who has always been a support and backbone for the IT department. Last but not the least, our beloved parents, teachers, and my dear students, thank you for your adoring support for making this program a wonderful one. Thank you once again.